Today I'm lifting, dividing and replanting my Hepatica, Snowdrops, and my absolute favorite spring flower, spring snowflake. I don't have many of them in my garden, but these cute little bell-looking flowers, I think they are just gorgeous plants, and these are my absolute favorite. I do love snowdrops as well, but spring snowflakes, these are my absolute favorite spring blooming flowers. Now, Hepatica, I don't have actually in my garden, but a little bit outside of my garden, I have a woodland area, and there's a lot of spruces, and underneath these spruces flower these blue flowers, Hepatica. There's a lot of them, and I'm actually surprised that they grow there because, and even bloom, because I don't think they get a lot of sun. And in my garden, in few areas, I have conditions like that as well. I have old spruces. There is, in my opinion, no sun at all. And I want to bring these cute ones into my garden as well. So that's what I'm going to do today. And with my snowdrops, well, I have snowdrops in my entrance garden, but I would love to have them everywhere in my garden, really. So I'm going to be dividing and replanting them as well. So this is my woodland area over here, and you can see Hepatica over here, over there, behind me over there. So it's basically, there's a lot of them. It's like a blue sea, all full of them. So I'm going to lifting them from here, and I'm replanting them in my area, in my garden, in a similar conditions. So hopefully they will thrive over there as well. This is how they look in my woodland. Really nice, cute flowers. Very pretty. They are growing from March to April. Today is the beginning of April, and not all of them are fully open yet, but it depends from the winter. Sometimes they bloom already in the beginning of March, and sometimes they only start to bloom somewhere in April. But they're absolutely gorgeous flowers. I want them in my garden as well, and I want them to spread in my garden and create this blue sea over there as well. So what I'm going to do is I will pick out some of the clumps. For example, this one. I will lift the whole clump, and I will try to get as much soil as possible. And with this, and that same clump with the same soil, I will replant them in my garden. So let's do this. This is south side of my property. This is where my house is. That's the old log house. That's my cottage garden over there. And that's my fire pit garden, and my polytunnel, and my veggie and orchard. These spruces over there, this is where I lifted Hepatica over there. And now I'm bringing them all the way over here. So very similar conditions. When we installed the fence over here you can see at the back of these spruces. We removed some of the lower branches, so they will get maybe a little bit more sun than in the original place. But this is where I'm planning to plant them. Over here and all the way over there. So underneath these spruces, that's where they go. Now I don't want to dig too deep, because I want that clump to be at the same height, or I want the clump to be as deep as in its original place. So plant it in and then water. And hopefully it will be as happy as in its original place. So let's do the rest. Some branches over here are a little bit too low, so I'm going to remove them so I can enjoy these blue blooms better. Hepatica is lifted and replanted, and altogether I replanted 14 clumps, so this is where they enjoy themselves now. Not many, but it already lifts this space and makes it a little bit more fun. Now I have a reason to come to this side of my garden as well. So we'll see how they do, if they will take this place as their home and they will grow nicely. I will maybe add a little bit more next spring as well. So then let's replant my spring snowflakes next. I'm here to lift my spring snowflakes, and I don't have many of them. I don't have bulbs at all. Well, I don't have a lot of bulbs in my garden because I like to plant bulbs when all my trees, shrubs, and perennials are in place, and they weren't before. So now I have pretty much a lot already planted in my flower beds. Now I can actually go ahead and spread some bulbs there as well. There you go. So this is what I have. Let's plant them in my front garden. I divided my snowflakes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 clumps for this flower bed. And over here I have another 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And these I will plant on this side. That's where I sit and drink my coffee. So that's where I want to enjoy my snowflakes. So let's have a look where we're going to put them. So I'm thinking to put one clump over here, second clump, don't know, definitely over here. My third clump maybe then somewhere here. And fourth one, I will put fourth one over here. Here's my hostas, very nicely. Hostas will grow and then hide yellow leaves of my snowflakes. Will hide yellow snowflake leaves later in the spring. That's good. I will put them there. And I have also 2 clumps over here. I couldn't decide what I'm going to do with them, but I'm going to put one over here. And these ones, 1, 2, somewhere over here. Then these, one over here. And again, I think I'm going to put clump over here because I have hostas here. They will hide these yellow leaves later. And then last one, where to put it? I think over here because looks like I have here another hosta. Very nice. Or maybe a little bit this side. Yeah, over here. Yep, my snowflakes are in place. And now I have to dig and plant them. My spring snowflakes are all planted. I have clump over here, over there, and then over there and over here. They're not a lot at the moment because blooms are almost spent, but they will come back next spring and will look very nice, I'm sure. Same thing over here. This is where I planted them, over here, there, third clump over here, and fourth over here. Not much at the moment, but year by year they will naturalize and clumps will get bigger and bigger. Now let's replant my snowdrops next. Now I have lifted a clump of snowdrops, what I showed you in the beginning of the video, and I'm planning to replant them here in my French garden. I already dug up 4 holes over here on the left side and on the right side. And I think it's the best place over here because it's between my daffodils and tulips, and it's close to catmint, the one that gets huge. And I'm hoping that it will be big enough to even cover my snowdrop leaves when they get yellow. And rosebush also will help to hide them. So that's the plan over here and on the left hand side. Now I already divided that clump into 8 smaller clumps. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 for the left side, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the right side of my French garden. So let's plant them and water them a little bit because bulbs are a little bit dry and they shouldn't be. So I will get them in the ground and I will add some water as well. So let's do it. Now this is the clump, and you don't want to plant them too deep, but not too little either. It should be, if it's just a bulb, it should be 5 centimeters deep. Now, if you have lifted it like I have, you can see that this part was under the ground previously, so that's how deep I'm gonna plant them as well. So now maybe the hole is a little bit too deep. Oh, so around like that, because I have mulch around the plants as well, so I'm gonna plant them that deep like this. And as I said, my bulb's a little bit dry, so I'm gonna add water over here. I waited a bit too long with planting. And I'm gonna add the soil. And spring is the best time to replant your bulbs because they still have green parts. They photosynthesis is working, and they can still absorb energy from the sun. So if you want to replant your bulbs, best time is when they are still green. So here you go. They may not look the best at the moment, but they will next spring. So let's do the rest. ready. Everything's finished. I replanted over here my snowdrops on this side and on the right hand side in my French garden. It may not look a lot like these snowflakes over here. I didn't have big clumps that I replanted, but next year they will provide some color, some happiness for me in the spring. And same here with the snowdrops. They look like nothing at the moment. Where are they? Over here. And I have 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. They will get bigger as well every year with each season, and soon they will be really nice and showy clumps over here. Today is overcast, a nice cool day. Actually the best weather to plant any plants or bulbs. So that's why I did it today, and I call it a success. Now don't forget, don't only work in your garden, enjoy yourself as well. Bye for now.